Hello and welcome back to the Council episode 4. I went to sleep for like 4 hours prior to this. I was not feeling good. I'm also testing a slightly different setting for low latency mode on the stream, so people will have to tell me if there's weird issues with it. Worst case, I'd turn it off. So we found out we've got new superpowers. I forgot what it was because I went to bed. Demon skulls. Okay, so it's not even listed right now. Whatever. What you reading there? So we should only have like 1, maybe 2 episodes worth left. So like 1 to 2 hours, I imagine, since this should be the last chapter we're in. I'm writing with regards to the painting. I think these are old. I'm not going to bother with those. Yes, we were going to mess with Piaggio. We had to mindfuck him, if I remember correctly. Mindfuck. Necroxix. I really do enjoy this game. So let's go to Piaggio's room. His room is right there. So the opposite end of this. Like, this guy's been sweeping for a long time. And I have reason to believe he's faking it. Not him. Should be the next room over. So, if I remember correctly, we're actually going to be using our newly acquired superpower of Mindfuck to manipulate Piaggio. Okay, it's the room next to this one. That's the one.
Ah, well, Louis, what brings you back?
That's
to my chambers?
me.
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first.
It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate.
I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence.
Like how he still just casually sits there with a fucking stump for a hand. Nobody seems to give a fuck that he doesn't have a hand. Oh shit. Let me check something here. Journal, map, character, journal. So, Piaggi is vulnerable to questioning. We're not going to use any form of logic or erudition. So let's speak to him about the Holy Lance.
I wanted to thank you for your help. I mean, for your time talking to me about the Holy Lance.
Oh, and did you find it? It's the crusade of a lifetime for some people, Louis. You are searching for another holy grail.
You're nearly there. Link into his thoughts.
Does it annoy you at all?
But what on earth is he trying to get at? Why do you ask, Louis? I don't follow.
For the glory, Your Eminence.
I can feel it coming. It's working.
What insolence? Why, really? I am a man of the church, Louis. May God keep me from such ambitions.
Right. Let me in, Your Eminence.
Why?
Mindfuck.
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right.
Damn it.
This is just crazy. I can't believe it.
I can't believe we got it on our first try of learning we have
Look
this
at yourself,
power.
Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me.
Right. Well, it's time I got started.
Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter.
Time to start forging documents.
I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps.
Oh boy.
All are different.
Oh yeah, we're fucked. Well, let's start with the letter, reading the letters on the desk. We'll read the first letter. My dear Gustav, as my health doesn't allow me to honor Sir Holmes' invitation to go to Lord Mortimer's, I should be grateful if you would sit at a conference on my behalf. Naturally, you will be given my thanks to your hosts. Consolidate our agreement with Sir Gregory and let him know that his venture regarding Cardinal Bishop is following its course. I have every confidence in you. May God bless and protect you. S.S. Giovanni. Is this really how the Pope would write? It seems not formal enough. I don't know. P.S. Do not use your personal stamp when writing to me. Instead, use the one with my motto on it. What's the Pope's motto? In God we trust? Maybe. What would the Pope's motto be? GJGHFJ. It's like as if they have some sort of code. Interesting. Now read the second letter. My dear Gustav, I know you are on your way to Lord Mortimer's residence. I hope you have a good trip, even though you are obliged to cross the French countryside at present very agitated. Know that this mission is crucial, my friend. May God bless and protect you. Blah, blah, blah. EHHBCF. Okay, so both of these letters seem to end in some sort of code. 2 letters followed by 4 letters on this one, and I think it's, yeah, same thing. 2 letters followed by 4 letters, and then there's a number of dots. I am not going to try and count them. What could, like, it might have a relation to the date. I don't know. Put down the letters. So, we got 3 different things to worry about, so let's go ahead and start by choosing the content of our letter.
Well, let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust.
Oh. So let's discredit home.
It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See.
There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote.
Well, that was easy. Now, for the harder part, choose a stamp. I noticed something about the stamp. Okay.
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
Etiquette or politic. I know that. Alright, what's the Pope's motto?
It must be in Latin.
Fuck.
And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini.
That's it? No, that was useless. Okay, so it's probably not the one on the left, but let's look at the stamps. Look at the stamp on the left.
A circle with a cross inside. Now, I distinctly remember this seal that Piaggi used on the letter he gave me. This isn't the same stamp. On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini.
Oh, That sounds like it.
This seal is different to the one Piaggi used for the letter he gave me. Yes, I'm certain of it.
That's probably the one. But we're gonna look at this one as well.
Giustizia, misericordia e umiltà. Boy, I gotta brush up my foreign languages.
Yeah, we're not gonna brush up on any of that.
Piaggi once gave me a sealed letter. It had the same seal in it. I remember now.
Yep, so even if I didn't know the other stuff, the fact that the other two have been used and the middle one has not would have been probably a good enough hint. Okay, so just double check.
On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini.
Yep, we're gonna use this one. Go. Use this. Stamp that shit. Stamp it good. You should stamp it on your forehead too. Secret code is...
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo.
Oh.
I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today, the date is 24/01/1793.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's have a look at his... Not the easiest look of his hand, but let's see. In this case, let's say the E and H. The E... is there even an E on his thing? I don't even do without the code. That sounds like a bad idea. Alright, let's check this G. There's a G right there. 31. Why can't I get a better look at his frickin' hand?
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle.
I think I figured that part out. So month and year. I don't need to think about it.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Okay, there you go. Oh good, now it doesn't have that stupid thing blocking. Good. Today the date is 24/01. So the month is 01. And I don't even see an 01 on the list. Wait a minute. If today's date is if it's 1793, wouldn't the stamp be the same as this letter to begin with? I mean, it's got the same year in it, so unless that's a 7 and not a 1. No, that's a 1. I'm confused. I'm just trying to see now. Is that an E right there, or... Unless it corresponds not to the month, but the day in the year. Because if we see this 17 here, there's a 17 right there, and I can't tell what letter that is, but it might be an E. So it might be like E and H that way. If that's the case, then this 31 here would be G. There's 31, G, and J. But then why is it not I and G or something like that? And then the 24 is right here, so AF, or would it be FI? I suspect if it's based on like this, where this corresponds with this, go start at 1, like +1, and then take the next one as well. Then if I took this 24, we'd have FI. F.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
F. I.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Oh, come on. And then the date should be exactly the same because it's, or the year, the HBCF.
Today the date
I got a bad feeling about this, guys.
24/01/1793.
So we got H, and then B.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
And then C.
Today
Oh,
the
for
date
fuck's
is
sake, come on.
24/01/1793.
F.
Today is the 24/01/1793.
You guys got some seriously wrinkly hands. Yeah, that looks good to me. We'll see what happens. I had the option of just brute forcing it from the looks of it for spending some ability, but
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it.
taking a nap.
That's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us.
What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here, Piaggi?
Whoa. Is this guy a demon or? I've exercised Louis. He's tired.
I don't know what to say.
Oh.
He was already here when I entered my room. I presumed he must be tired.
That's a terrible lie.
Tired? Are you having me on, Piaggi? Or what?
What? I wouldn't dare.
I don't know what you're trying to pull, but I really don't like it.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is, and there he stays. The perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him. Can you keep a secret?
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough
Hey, Woodwin.
What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he?
I'm gonna read his mind.
The slime bag. He works for Mortimer. Good thing I already tried to warn Gregory.
I don't really want to spend any points on this stuff. Not in my room.
Committing a crime in my room is out of the question. Think, it will all be on our heads. No doubt about it. I refuse to run the risk.
Right.
Monsieur von Von, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you,
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
you must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do
And
it.
get out of my room, you cunt. I will tell Mortimer. I'm gonna tell Mortimer.
I'm warning you, if you continue, I will inform Lord Mortimer.
I'm not afraid of
Fuck.
Mortimer. It's Sir Gregory I serve. Listen carefully, Piaggi.
Oh, shit.
If you
No,
say
no, no.
anything, you'll be the one they find
no, no.
dead in your bed. Huh? Now, just turn around and let me handle this.
No.
Don't touch
Hadouken!
him.
Punch!
Out of my room.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
What?
Right. Time for me to get back into my body.
So he's not even afraid of Mortimer. And then the Holy Man punches him in the face once, and he leaves?
Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the Red Salon.
Okay, so that guy was gonna kill us. What's up, man? Away. I just want to go check some of the areas, see if there were any of the honeys around, so that I can refill a little bit. We used a bunch on that scene. Where? Here. Is this, no, it's not. Oh, here we go.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Remedy of your mama. Oh, shit. Any more? Might be some in people's rooms. Now, there is a bug in this episode that I'm trying to avoid. Yeah, there's a game-breaking bug where if you go into a certain room and go out on the balcony, it will leave you stuck. So I don't really want to go exploring too much, lest I get myself screwed. I think they may have hotfixed it since, but I don't really want to take the... Okay, that was... What the hell? That was weird. There are more of them dingies. We really screwed that confrontation up, though. That did not go well at all. Can't wait to free the slaves, too. I'm looking forward to that. Awesome. I guess we can check one of these rooms, maybe. Let's see, what do we got? This is George Washington's room. George Washington's always good for it. So I'm not going out any balconies. I'm not even going to get near any doors that do. I don't... It's not... Okay, so there's nothing. That sucks. Oh well. Bug it. Like, I hear little tinks as if there is items. Oh.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
It's not what I wanted. Okay, then. Whatever. I'll use one more of these now. And whatever, we'll just go to Lord Mortimer. Which is actually back that way slightly. Wait, join Mortimer in the dining room. Okay, that'll be downstairs somewhere. I think the stairs down are also, yep, right here. Aha. Yoink. Oh, that's not it. That's the Devil's Thorn. Lame. Which way is the dining room? That way. Alright, we'll go through this way, I guess. Either way is going to be fine. Is that another honey? I think it is. I will take it. Yoink. Then we just go dead away a little bit. Hoo-yah. I don't know why I'm making sound effects. It is so hot in my room. We're not talking to this dildo. Where's Morgan? There he is.
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
I was an
Here's
old
your
man.
letter. I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
I almost threw up. Can't wait to do it again.
Not much else to say, other than I've already developed a taste for it.
Delighted to hear it. Bear in mind that you will discover many new things by going from body to body.
Is it possible to go from one body to another several times?
With practice, yes. Some of us have become masters in the art of bouncing from one body to another, to the extent that they can't be found. But you did it.
Alright, this guy looks pissed.
Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him, too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother,
Really
Louis
bickering
has
about.
just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
Well, I ain't saying nothing.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes, for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes.
He's over
with
600
another
years old.
Grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
I ain't saying shit.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
And you're ugly.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn?
I drink my tea cold.
It's too bitter.
It's 'cause I
You shouldn't
peed in
let
it,
brew
you
so
idiot.
long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
Whatever the consequences?
What do you mean?
Let's say it hardly leaves any room for free will. Now does it?
It's the adults' responsibility to provide education for their children, Louis. Our family only ensures, through its experience, that demons do not lose themselves in rash decision-making.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough.
Just like the Olympics.
There, Louis.
Yeah.
That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what
Keep that
happened.
ugly face away from me.
You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary,
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force.
Oh, if it's a fight you want, I'll
Consequently,
punch your ugly
my dear
face right in.
You're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
there you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now.
Ugh.
If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
Right. Before I answer, well, I'd better think it over very carefully.
Yeah, let me sit
Do
here
I
and think
intend
about
to
this for a
embrace
few
my
hours.
Human nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them, or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human?
Like, fuck that. I'm a demon now. I'm a demon.
It's useless
Superpowers,
trying to resist
bitch.
my true nature. I'm a
I'm
demon.
also gonna punch that ugly guy in
May
the
as well
face.
accept it. The sooner, the better. Even if I continue to live as a human, all my friends and acquaintances will inevitably end up dying. And I'll be left on my own, forever.
With these old guys.
I'm a demon and I have to behave like one. The sooner, the better.
So? What do you choose, Louis?
I choose you suck. I'm going with Mortimer. He's cooler. Much, much less ugly. Easy.
I shall follow my father, Sir Gregory.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please, don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come, follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
Yes, and let's get ready for Mortal Kombat. It's gonna be awesome.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance? You don't know me very well, Louis. We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to vote against us, and we'll have lost.
That's true. That's why none of them will. Why? Because I have an asset that they do not.
Which is...
A gun?
You.
Oh.
My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is
Well, if it's
about
gonna
to
come down to me, he's
The time
fucked.
has come to lay down all our cards.
So your mistake was believing in me. Success. I falsified a letter for the Pope. I chose to discredit Gregory in my letter to the Pope. I learned to use my new power. I temporarily became allied with Mortimer for the continuation of the conference. I succeeded in stopping Volner from poisoning me. That's kind of a big one. I wonder what would happen. I don't know if that confrontation does end in my character's death. But I wonder if there was a scenario where it does get you killed and then you're stuck in the old guy's body. The Piaggi, that would be weird. I found Lady Hillsborough in her room. I failed nothing. Interesting. Let's see, we got 4 available points. Politics, etiquette. There, we leveled up politics. Oh, no. That's... Oh, that's... They're ending that episode right there on the cliffhanger? Oh. Shit. Okay, so that episode was pretty damn short. Oh, that sucks. So let's get a couple things out of the way. There were two particular issues with episode 4. And I don't remember what it was now. Ah, yes, the Emily and Emma thing. I'm almost positive we killed one of them in a previous episode, and yet both of them were alive. One killed the mother, the other one is still in her room. Like, we killed the other one again, I guess. I don't know which one is which anymore. So there was a disconnection there, like a bug. And the other issue might have been like the pacing. It feels like this episode was really short or fast or something, and the beginning of it was a little odd. And it might be the nostalgia factor of having to wait like 2 months between episodes. But like the beginning setup felt weird because we had to find the spear or the lance or whatever, and it didn't seem to actually amount to anything. Like, we were supposed to take a land sting, meet our mom on the wharf, except the mom died before we even got there, and what was the point? None of that seems to have had a role. Oh man, I can't believe they just dropped us on a cliffhanger like this, though. That's... So that was episode 4. I really wish it was a little bit longer, honestly. That, or if it had like an extra chapter in there or something. Because I think we've got probably another 2 months or so before they release the final episode 5, which I guess is where the boxing gloves come off and everyone's going to start fist fighting or kung fu fighting or something. I really do like this game. I just wish I had waited until they released all 5 episodes and played it as one contiguous thing without like months of gap.